What little thing would you make illegal just because it pisses you off? Ask your doctor about prescription medicine commercials. As someone from the UK, I love those things. We don't have them here, for fairly obvious reasons, and I never believed they were actually real until my American girlfriend showed me some on YouTube. It's insane, they're literally going, "Are you dying? Is it bad? I bet it's bad. Wouldn't you like to be better? Well, give us your money, and maybe you will." And also the disclaimers in the end. Don't use if you are pregnant, have high blood pressure, allergic to this and that and those, take any other medication or supplements, are old, are young, eat spaghetti at least once a week, never drank milk. Side effects might be headaches, random passing out, diarrhea, amnesia, AIDS, cancer, sudden hate for everything purple, hearing loss, blindness, loss of half your IQ, loss of the will to live, loss of your firstborn. People who, when shopping, block the aisles for selfish reasons. I know aisles are easy to block by accident, I just really hate it when elderly people are having a conversation right in the middle and have seemingly blocked out everyone else's existence. And I kind of wish I could blast an air horn at them. Expand it to people who finish dining and block the entrance finishing their conversation. Or get off the escalator and stop to check their phone or read signs, frick them. A machine is slowly bringing me closer to an awkward interaction because you have no thought of things around you. Leaving shopping carts in parking spaces. The place to return it is right there. As a cart pusher for Costco, this drives me absolutely nuts because it's a legitimate safety concern for cars trying to pull in, and if the cart is on an incline it'll probably end up rolling into some poor bastard's car and he'll blame me. Tesco car park once, my buddy and I finished loading the drink into the car and I took the trolley back. On the way back to the car, the person one space away from us, who had been unloading, jumped in her car and zipped off. Her trolley, on a slight incline, jobbed by the gust of air as the car moved away at speed, started rolling right across the roadway towards another car. I leapt after it and managed to pull it away from the car in time, returning it to the corral. On my way back to my buddy's car, the guy whose car I had just saved called after me, "You want to be more careful." He'd been standing there, facing our direction, and seen the whole thing happen. The idiot. Leaving a public bathroom a mess. You know who you are. I'm currently a janitor for a public washrooms and people are absolute animals. You know how people say everyone should have to work retail for 1 year. No, everyone should have to clean a public washroom for 1 week. 1 week is enough for people to get the picture, trust me. I don't understand how crap gets smeared on the back of the door kind of often. And how used tampons end up on the ground when there is a little bin for it right by the toilet paper. Or how when a toilet gets plugged, people continue to crap into it. You know what I found on Canada Day? A plugged toilet with 6 different diarrhea in there. Seriously. I've realized that people don't associate seeing janitors with the nice and clean washroom they are using. They only associate them with the moment they close the washroom to clean it. I've literally had people yell at me because I had to close a public washroom to clean it. And while I'm in there and I put the sign up that says temporarily closed for cleaning, people will knock on the door constantly. As if to say, hey, hurry up cleaning up the crap off that wall. I have to piss on the counter and smash a glass bottle in the toilet. I just want to know how you were able to differentiate 6 different kinds of diarrhea from one another. Letting your small children make noise and mess about unattended inside the movie theater during a movie that they can't appreciate, understand, or shouldn't watch. Don't take your 7-year-olds to see Logan if they can't be quiet or sit still, for frick's sake. I went to see Lego Batman and was fully prepared to be irritated by noisy kids because it comes with the territory. What I did not expect was a little boy crying and shouting behind me for a good 30 minutes because he couldn't find his dad, who had decided to sit at the opposite side of the theater to his own son and then presumably listen to his own child's increasing distress and the restless concern of strangers for ages before actually coming to get him. Crappy parenting at its finest. Still an awesome movie though. Listen kid, Batman doesn't have a dad either, and you don't hear him crying. People using speakerphone and complaining about being victimized when people comment on it. Stop listening to my private conversation. That'd be easier if your private conversation wasn't louder than my maximum volume music through my sound cancelling headphones, you stupid freaking bitch. I would like to add to this, people putting you on speakerphone without notifying you prior. Had that happen once with my mother-in-law. She wanted to parade me to her church friends at a fancy lunch I guess, and had me on speaker. What she failed to realize is that I was collecting fecal samples on livestock to check for parasites. Hello. Hey, hang on a second. You crap literally all day, except when I need a turd? Really? You stinking goat. I will walk behind you with a freaking baggie if I have to, but so help me God I'm not dealing with you getting tapeworms again. Alright, I gotta poop. What's up, Mill? And that's why nobody puts me on speaker anymore. Talking during a movie in a movie theater. This ticks me off every time. The worst is the god awful questions in between like bish you just saw the same crap as I did. Keep up. But the thing that is truly demonic is the person who comes in already seen the movie and keeps telling their friends about what is going to happen moments before it actually happens. Frick everything you stand for. Who's that guy? The hell should I know? He's been on screen for exactly 3 seconds and he hasn't done anything yet. Well, why is he there? I think this might be illegal in other countries, but here every motherfucker who has a sport bike does it. They go full thrust at 2 AM while you are sleeping and give you heart attacks in the middle of the night. I agree, but I think worse are the rattling, tinny little dirt bikes that sound like a raw-eyed wasp in a bin can. 16-year-olds on crappy 50cc mopeds are the bane of my existence. Fake advertisements on the internet. You can't run fake ads on TV. Why is it no problem to make fake ads on the internet? Edit. Everyone here says what are fake ads, or they still allow fake ads on TV. In my country false advertising is forbidden on TV, and the fake ads you mention still promote real products. The ads I find fake are the ones selling ways to become a millionaire or lose weight quickly, the clickbait kind of ads. It's simply a fact that the internet is a far harder entity to police than TV. Basically comes down to enforcement. Meanwhile in Britain, hold my drink, we are going Chinese. Being rude to service people. Why would anyone ever do that? It's baffling. Hey, you. Yeah, you, buddy. The pinhead in the apron to whom I'm about to relinquish complete control of what I put into my mouth for the next 2 hours. Yeah, frick face, get over here. Not even just servers, anyone in any position where they are subject to another person's commands. And not even just for the fear having them ruin your service, for the common decency and realizing that if no one did this job, you wouldn't have this service. Grandma sharing everything she sees on Facebook. My mother has an obsession with online quizzes. Whenever I see one, I click the little options button in the post and tell it I don't want to see posts from that source anymore. Now I only see them when they come from news sites, which are quickly blocked again. I've started doing this on literally everything from external sources. I don't go on Facebook much anymore, but when I do, I want to see what old friends are up in real life, not what they find amusing on the internet. Of course, as Op says above, Grandma is the worst offender and shares stuff from hundreds of sites. I can't keep up, so I just unfollowed her completely. Sorry Grandma. Teens hanging in supermarkets. Bicep curls in the squat rack. Elderly people using big shopping trolleys because they block the whole aisle and their brains shut down, and they just stop for flip sakes. Is this a thing? Why on earth would you hang out in a supermarket? Back in my day, we used to wear an onion on our belts, as was the style at the time. It used to be parks, scatter parks, really anywhere you could drink cut price off brand alcohol and puke without your parents hearing about it. The other day I saw some hooligans moping about the grocery store. They picked up an onion then made a beeline towards the frozen food, dropping the onion in an apple pile along the way. I saw them again when I was checking out. They were rearranging the soft drinks for some reason. Except they weren't teenagers. They were easily in their 30s. People that skip the traffic line and expect someone to let them in before the exit ramp. Nope. Now you get a ticket because frick you. Haha, my brother screwed one of these assholes over once. Some guy was riding in the carpool lane during rush hour while alone to try and skip through traffic illegally, though it also slows as they merge up ahead. About a $400 ticket minimum for riding solo in this lane. My brother is riding in the fast lane next to him. They're in traffic and not going fast at all, and they're coming up on a spot where cops usually sit and watch the carpool lane for this exact type of asshole. My brother sees there actually is a cop up ahead, so he begins pacing the asshole in the carpool lane so he can't get out of it. Sure enough, cop catches him and flips his lights. Hilarious. Eat crap, buddy. Wait in line like the rest of us. I was stuck on a 6-lane highway at 3 AM because of night construction and an accident near the construction area. Everyone was parked for hours, yet some people thought they were special and decided to take the emergency side lane that's not even a lane to go skip ahead at the front. No one let them in because they couldn't, it was too gridlocked, and they blocked the lane for the ambulances who were trying to get to the accident. The fire trucks and ambulance service literally couldn't get through and were honking at them, and they were so unresponsive and couldn't go because so many idiots piled up in the lane with nowhere to go. Someone may have died because assholes thought they were too good to wait in traffic like the rest of us. Calling every little cold and sniffle the flu. It is not influenza, you craphead. As well as calling every headache a migraine. As someone who actually gets migraine, this pisses me off. My coworkers are always complaining about migraines, yet they sit in the office and make calls and sit on their laptops all day just fine. I don't think everyone here gets migraines on a weekly basis. It's a headache, not a migraine. When I have migraine, I can't do anything but lay in bed with no noise and have a pillow over my face that I occasionally flip to the cold side. Leaving religious pamphlets / Bible verses / or fake money with quotes or messages on them for a server. Regardless of tipping practices in that restaurant, this is just annoying and stupid. The sad part is there is a small percentage of these people that believe what they are giving is actually better than a monetary tip. It's an evangelist's wet dream to think about a way to down on their luck without answers. Seeing one of these tracts the diner provided and learning where they can find answers. They probably have a Chris Tomlin song playing in the background of this imaginative story like some I'm 14 and this is youth group music video. The sad part for me was these customers rarely ever have a conversation with the server. I'm actually a Christian and was serving through college, and I regularly attended and participated in a local church. I was left these pamphlets several times, and I never even got a chance to tell the person there was no need. It really shows how much it is about just wanting to feel good for themselves in their own head, without having to actually hearing about the life of another. Making unnecessary modifications to a website's user interface that severely impede the site's previous use without making them optional. I'm looking at you, Mr. Hey. Here's some tweets you already read in case you missed it. Oh, and we made likes work the same way as retweets for no reason. Twitter. I hate this. Instagram made their posts all random or popularity based. I don't know. Instead of chronological order like they had it to begin with. The old way was better and helped you see / keep track of everything posted. Now it's madness. I remember when Facebook first did that. I used to like scrolling to the point I stopped last time. I was able to keep up with everybody and it was nice. I hate this new way. Not having partitions between urinals. Bear with me here. There are so many regulations in bathrooms from electrical to plumbing code to ADA, but for some reason having a boundary between a place where two men are standing 2 feet apart with their peens out is not something that anybody thought to make a regulation. A little privacy and a little shielding against pee spatter is too much to ask, I guess. I would say the same thing for urinals that are placed way too close together for the sake of having more urinals. I don't want to be rubbing shoulders while I piss. I'd rather wait. Have you ever had to pee in one of those long metal troughs? I think Fenway has them.